But let's now examine our thoughts. Because we need to relearn how to see women. Because quite simply, for any of this to work, men specifically have to do the hard work of relearning how to view women, especially their sisters in Christ. And developing new kingdom categories for women takes discipline, a lot of discipline. And counteracting the immense media onslaught that teaches us how to objectify women takes commitment, a lot of commitment. Superficial and self-fulfilling fantasy views of women are learned, and they can be unlearned. These views were taught to us by the culture we live in. They can be replaced by views from the new kingdom we now belong to. New eyes to see, new hearts to love. But the lifetime of conditioning that has led to such twisted views of women and sex is not easily put aside. Yet how much instruction and counterexamples are we really providing? Or are we just replacing sensational cultural norms with a divisive marriage obsession fantasy? Men, the average single adult woman has never had a positive male relationship in her entire life. The women who enter this community, they don't need your courtship. She needs your brotherhood. Think about all those women who have never had anyone treat them as a loving brother would, never objectified, judged, or rejected. How much do they need men like that in their life? The value of a good man being present, visible, available, trusted, and safe is hard to overestimate. Don't you want to have that capacity? Well, it takes work to develop that character, and at no small amount of personal cost. But men need to learn what a beautiful woman of God even looks like. And no, I don't just mean Proverbs 32. The broader culture and our dating-obsessed subculture has taught us a warped sense of beauty and desire, a twisted fantasy. We must replace that worldly fantasy for something God has declared to be real and eternal. And again, not conforming to the patterns of this world sometimes includes so-called Christian subcultures. Relearning how to see women includes counteracting that well-intentioned but ultimately harmful advice that tells men to see a woman as someone else's wife or daughter. No, man, she is your sister. But what's more, a woman's identity, worth, or value is rooted in being a complete person created by God. Her personhood is independently and immutably given to her. Not because she is someone else's anything. And most certainly not because she is your something. It is because she is God's masterpiece. But you got to give up your relationship idols. Without question, if you have an idol in your life and you are at the same time pursuing God, you need to give it up willingly and immediately. Because if not, rest assured, God will answer your prayer and He will come for it. He will shake your tree. And it will feel like the hard way because you did not let go when you had the chance. Sometimes, no, I have. We find ourselves praying for idols. Praying that God will give us idols such as that relationship or wife we've pinned all our affection and attention on. How do you think that's going to work out? You also got to give up on feeling owed anything. Because of all the things I've learned the hard way, this one is number 3. God does not owe me anything. Ends and means thinking is just another thief of joy. Stop treating your submission to Christ as half of an unspoken deal with God and then being upset when God doesn't meet the end that you projected onto Him. There is no if I live this way or do things just right, then God will grant me the perfect woman or marriage or anything else for that matter. It's idolatry. It's the evangelical Christian version of Islam's 72 virgins waiting for them in paradise. We just want one perfect bride here and now. It's the same misunderstanding of God. And you've got to also give up your anger. Brothers, lay your anger down. It is what will drive awfulness in your externalization towards women. I am sorry. You feel frustrated and hurt and tempted and lonely and unfulfilled. It is not their fault. Lay it down. Get rejected? It's what we do. It's not another woman's fault. Do not take it out on them. Learn to know when you're doing so. Lay it down.